Hedgehog and Mario Brothers, necessities for gracious living.
Throughout gaming history, perhaps no time has been more exciting to be a gamer than the mid to late 90s. This was the exciting era whereby we would witness many franchises leap from 2D to 3D, resulting in various levels of quality. One of the most spectacular leaps of all, though, was no doubt Super Mario's leap into the world of polygon gaming, with Super Mario 64 offering up a groundbreaking experience that would help shape the future of the entire gaming industry. Through this period, Sega fans would wait patiently to see arch rival Sonic do the same thing. However, his 3D video game Sonic Extreme, which was set for release on the competing Sega Saturn, would end up being caught in development hell, ultimately never seeing the light of day. Oh, sad times. In reality, Sonic would have to wait another 2.5 years longer than Mario to finally get a 3D adventure to call his own, with the game not becoming available until the following console generation and the release of the Dreamcast. While this game was nowhere near the critical success of Mario's endeavour, nor did it contain the same level of quality, Sonic Adventure still retains a cult following to this day. So, it must have done something right. Mario and Sonic's 3D games may have played and functioned very differently, but that hasn't stopped some very clever sod from heavily modding Super Mario 64, repurposing the game to have a very Sonic flavour. If you play this one, there is no doubt that you gotta go fast. But the real question is, what else does this unique modification manage to bring to the table?
I am Lady Decade, and this is the story of Super Sonic 64. What a ridiculous world we live in.
When we were kids, many of us would often dream of playing as our favourite video game characters within the confines of other video games. However, in the modern world of the information superhighway, these previously hypothetical ideas are often made a reality. For example, did you know that you can play as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles within Streets of Rage? This is just one of the many examples of playground discussed topics being programmed into fully functioning experiences. There was perhaps no dream that would be discussed more than the fantasy of seeing Mario and Sonic enter each other's worlds, which is made all the more evident when flicking through old game magazines and seeing many 90s kids gaming fan art. As these gamers grew up and entered adulthood, a portion of gamers out there have used their creative talents to become hackers and modders, often rebuilding or editing their favourite childhood games, creating the experiences that they dreamed of. Regarding today's tale, back on the 22nd of August 2020, an internet user going by the name of Thodds would upload a video to his YouTube channel showing off something that he was working on. The video was titled Playable Sonic in Mario 64 PC Beta, and his video description describes that he was working on a fully playable Mario 64 mod whereby players could play as Sonic. The video shows Sonic running around Peach's castle, its grounds and gameplay from some of the main stages, with the description box also outlining that although the mod was far from finished, they had big plans to allow gamers to be able to get every star in fun ways.
So, sounded promising, right?
Over the past 2 years, with a little help from a few others, it appears that Thodds has released multiple versions of this project, with each new iteration providing more Sonic content within Mario 64 than the next. The game provides far more Sonic related shenanigans than a simple polygon model swap between Mario and Sonic, which is evident from the get-go, with Dr. Robotnik reading a letter to the player's character as opposed to Peach. He simply warns Sonic that he has 3 days to stop him from conquering the world, opening up this new yet familiar adventure. Progressing, you will also note that Lakitu has been switched out for a Chow, and where Mario previously rises from a green warp pipe, Sonic, on the other hand, jumps out of a ring. Sonic can run super fast, do his trademark spin jump, and several other maneuvers familiar with this iconic blue speed demon. In this complete mechanical overhaul of the Nintendo 64 Classic, each Toad present in the original has been replaced with various different characters from the Sonic universe, meaning there is an opportunity to talk to all sorts of furries from Sonic's storied history. I'm sure lots of people would love to talk to Sally Acorn. A large portion of the enemies in the game have also been switched out for mechanical opponents, in line with who would usually be seen fighting on Dr. Robotnik's behalf, further illustrating the great deal of change that has been implemented into the production of this mod.
But wait, there's more.
All the music in this game has been overhauled to instead feature iconic Sonic the Hedgehog tracks, and rather than collect stars, instead Sonic must collect 120 emeralds. Also, rather fittingly, coins have been swapped out in favour for rings. Speaking of changes and Easter eggs, on the first stage, for example, that iconic race against Koopa the Quick has been replaced with a race against Metal Sonic, thus meaning that, like in Sonic CD and Sonic R before this, players must outpace this mechanical foe, but this time in the Mushroom Kingdom, a statement that, to be honest, I never, ever foresaw uttering. It's just amazing. As Sonic functions rather differently to Mario in many ways, this makes the whole game function rather differently. Another notable change regards the boss fight with Bowser being replaced with Dr. Robotnik, riding atop a mechanical Bowser.
I mean, what is this insanity?
This modification is laced with so many changes that it would be tough to cover them all, but there are still a few cool features that I would like to share with you now. Version 3.0 of this game would add an option where gamers can runlock the option of playing as Super Sonic. By achieving a certain in-game feat, players can collect 50 rings at any time to transform into a Super Saiyan.
Now you're playing with power. Supersonic power.
As for the game's more recent 4.0 patch, Thodds has reworked Sonic's homing attack, given him a new slide kick, improved animations, and made the jumping controls even better. The caps in the game that previously gave Mario power-ups were switched out for being shoes, and more sound effects have also been added. Another cool feature that has been added to the game since its initial online publication has been the production of a version where gamers can play as Shadow. You know, that one character they tried everything with to make him edgier than Sonic, even going so far as to give him a gun. Thodds' YouTube channel thanks Zachary Rhodes for donating and making the suggestion of adding Shadow, everyone's favourite edgelord hedgehog, thus proving that some people actually do like Shadow. Not many, but some. And that's okay, you do you, boo. While this title, as you can see, already brings a ton of cool features to the table, what is arguably even more interesting is that, bearing in mind how often this project has been updated in the last 2 years, it very much seems to be like a work in progress. Which means as time passes, this whole Sonic 64 experience should, in theory, only get better and better, making Mario's world feel more and more like that of Sonic the Hedgehog's as time passes. I am so grateful that hardworking fans and modders like Thodds continue to use their spare time tinkering away and creating novel experiences such as this. These people are really continuing to bring childhood dreams to life, the likes of which we would never, ever possibly see released in any kind of official capacity. It is thanks to their work that we get to play a game like this.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Wait for Nintendo to make one?
Since that's clearly never going to happen, I am more than happy with Thodds inserting Sonic into Mario 64, resulting in one of the coolest yet surreal gameplay experiences that can be found on the internet. So, for now, gotta go fast.
So, I am Lady Decade, and that was the story of Super Sonic 64. Well, as is usual at the end of my videos, I like to tell everyone who's just watched to subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, like and leave me a comment. And I also like to answer questions from my patrons. So today's question is from Cap'n Snooze, and they ask, what are your top 5 music albums? So off the top of my head, I'm going to say Muse Absolution and Muse Origin of Symmetry, OK Computer by Radiohead, The Pink Print by Nicki Minaj, and Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey. But this is a gaming channel, so I'm going to roll it back and tell you what my top 5 game soundtracks are. So first one is probably a really easy one, Secret of Mana. And then I'm also going to say basically Xenoblade Chronicles, that music, and I shall combine that with Xenoblade Chronicles X as well. The music is outrageous on those. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Tekken 2, and then for one last one, I'm going to say probably, I'll say specifically Final Fantasy VII, but I'm going to say basically any music by Nobuo Uematsu. And actually, honourable mention, Streets of Rage. Basically, anything by Yuzo Koshiro is amazing at music. So that would be it for me. So if you enjoyed my content, then please do as I asked before, like, subscribe, comment and all of that. And if you would like to have your question answered at the end of one of my videos, then please consider backing my little channel over on Patreon. Thank you very much and see you all next time.